obviously we spoke about Pearl kicking me out of her podcast, wanting to be the power queen. So I now go downstairs. I go to the reception area. I meet her concierge. He asked me like what it is, because obviously you can see that I'm a bit rattled. And he asked me like, what's going on? Are you okay? And I explained everything to him. He comprehended the situation, and he was quite like annoyed for me. Like, whoa, how can someone invite you to a podcast to kick you out? And he actually said a lot of people have come out feeling that way. So this is not the first time he's seen it, because obviously he works there. So, anyways, obviously I'm not feeling the best. I'm emotional, and I was meant to be driving home. I was like, I can't drive right now. And I asked, is it okay if I just stay in the lobby for a bit? And he was like, oh yeah, of course. Because he didn't want me driving in that state as well, because I'm annoyed. I'm very relaxing now. Before then, when I was chatting with the concierge, he let me charge my phone, innit? So I then realised I left my charger there. So obviously I blocked Pearl in it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go and pick up my charger. And this was like a couple days after. Do you know what? I have to give context to this, because a lot of people, they see it as I just showed up to Pearl's house, right? Pearl records in her apartment, which I don't understand why you would do that. And the building she lives in, it's not a conventional block of flats. It's a flat that has a concierge, a reception. That area is a public area. For you to go to the private area where people live, you need a code. So me going to pick up my charger in the public area, what's wrong with that?
Yeah,
it's a reception. It's open to the public. Like anyone can come there. So it was just like, that was the context of it. Me and the concierge just talking, just like a little quick chat, just being professional. And Pearl comes downstairs now. She's like, oh, Esther, what are you doing here? I'm like, oh, I'm just speaking to the concierge, because at this point, that's all we're doing for me to then leave. And then she was like, are you stalking me?
Oh.
I was like, what? You know? So obviously, she says, are you stalking me? I'm like, no, I'm not stalking you. I'm just talking to the security. And the security was like, oh yeah, she's with me. Don't worry, you're calm. Like, everything's safe. You're good. Yeah. She goes upstairs now, calls down with the security, and she's like, oh, Esther shouldn't be here. Why is she here? He's confused, because he's like, wait, why? There's not been any complaints made about Esther. You've not said anything about Esther. So he was like, oh, no, she's fine. Like, she's just with me. Like, basically not even is confused. Like, why is this girl wanting me to kick her out? But as soon as she starts talking like that, I was like, listen, I'm going to leave, because I don't want to get you in trouble. So I leave now. And that was it. The next day, I've now seen a video on her YouTube saying, crazy lady is stalking me.
Oh my God.
So she starts this whole story talking about how she was scared and she's frazzled. And now I need to play the video.
Okay. I write a strongly worded email.
Of course
I'm just going to read you a little excerpt from it. But I cannot have my concierge being friends with the crazy lady. Like, you need to do that on your own time. You're working. Today, I went downstairs to let my dog out, and I saw Esther, the guest there, the same person who was stalking me. I informed the security guard that she needed to be removed from the building because she was stalking me.
In what capacity have you ever stalked her? You went on her podcast 3 times out of her invitation, and then you left her podcast. Where has she got this stalking me? You blocked her on socials. Where has she got that you're stalking her?
Instead of having the stalker removed, he took the stalker's side. He then informed me that it is his opinion that she was not a stalker. I am a single woman, and I am in fear of my life, yet security failed to remove the stalker from the...
She said she's a single woman and in fear of her life, but then she has issues that women in the park, walking in the dark.
Did she say that to you? That you were me tooing men?
I was me tooing men, because I said that men who have an ability to harass or stalk or attack women, you know, we have laws to protect them in the UK and the US. But she's saying that I was me tooing men. She's now saying she's a single woman in fear. What does she say about men? I wonder.
After this happened, she done her little video. I now contact the concierge just to see how he is, if he's okay. And obviously he tells me he's been fired.
Jesus Christ.
That's actually so sad. So Pearl got a man to come out of his job because of her emotional behaviour that was unwarranted and delusional.
I think the crazy thing is, she says, oh, women, we are the problem for men, modern women, they are always making up stories to basically put down men, right? And that's exactly what she's done. And we have to actually talk about race in this, because it really, to me, is giving modern day Emmett Till. When a white woman can make up any story, use her emotions, because let's be real, if she didn't talk about she feels scared, it was not going to be taken seriously. So she used her emotion to make someone lose something, make a black man lose their job.